Good morning. It's been a while since I've recorded any of my morning words, and I've been thinking since we're all kind of like hunkered in, or a lot of us are hunkered in, I might take this opportunity to record some of the writings I've been doing in the morning only. Started this in 2017 when I made a trip down to Tulum, Mexico, and tried to make it somewhat of a discipline to do. And I was thinking this morning too that something I wrote down in my journal in my studio I thought might be a good introduction to some of the morning words I'm about to read. So this is day 3 of social distancing, and it doesn't feel that bad to me, and because I'm kind of used to working pretty much by myself a lot of the time. Social distancing is what we've been doing with all the time spent on social networks. Now the physical element of distancing is introduced. Contact via technology has been practiced and established. So now let's isolate them from too much physical interaction and see what happens. If you're not used to being alone, the transition could be tough on some folks. So here's some morning words from October 27th, 17. As you know, these readings are just kind of random thoughts and random quotes from authors I've been reading, or a phrase that strikes me in a kind of peculiar way. I write them down. So October 27, 2017, I read from Margot Stebling. She wrote something called Thunder in Medium from October 7th of that same year. It's just a small little quote I thought was kind of interesting. Deep in the thoroughfare of our many contradictions. Just take it. November the 1st, 2017. Again, it comes down to discipline, or is it really just habit? Being in the habit of such and such because discipline, or to be disciplined himself, to discipline himself, to do so and so. The light is taking longer to arrive as we make our descent into winter. The light leaves us earlier in the day, leaving us to know the darkness longer than we may care to. The gradual fade forms light into a solid shove of steel, blue, still, calm, the way color covers the now motionless sky, turning an icy blue-gray. November 7th, 2017. I'm going to read a few days since I haven't posted anything for a while, so bear with me. You can shut it off or push pause or whatever you need to do. November 7th, 2017. From a snippet of a dream, this phrase came, whether from an image or otherwise. On the narrow path to tiny bits of pleasure. This kept rolling around in my brain. I was tempted to not write it down, but thought better of it. What will become of it? The traumas of our lives shape us for better or worse. Learning to understand how they impact us and our relationships is a lifelong pursuit, it seems. November 9th, 2017. This is a quote from Jung, Symbols of Transformation. Quote, the animal nature of the divine power, end quote. That's from Archetype of the Apocalypse by Edinger. If we prevail over this power in our wrestling with it, we do not come out unscathed. There will be a wound of enduring dimensions we carry throughout our entire lives, which may cause us to limp along in our journey ever after. Psychologizing spirituality or spiritualizing psychology? That's a good question. November 17th, 2017. The response to this sentence, which I posted on the Facebook, are quite diverse. One says they are the same. One says they are like to keep them separate. They like to keep them separate. One says they can't have one without the other. One says they are forms of altruist, pathologized altruism. The form of pathologized altruism, I'm sorry. That was responses I got from Facebook when I asked the question, psychologizing spirituality or spiritually psychologizing? From November 29, 2017, this morning's words come from diverse areas of my psyche, readings, happenings, feelings, and thinkings. Another death in the family, Aunt Margie, a quiet, gentle spirit, yet strong and faithful. Her kindness to me never went unnoticed as I aged myself, and I'm currently experiencing a certain breakdown in my own body. When death approaches like this, I can't help but think of my own devolution into the depths. The slowing down of life's processes, the need to maintain a good attitude flow toward enjoying what experiences there are yet up ahead on the road to the dead end. Aunt Margie said she was ready to go home, as if she was not at home here anymore. The longing for that other place, whatever it may be, perceived or believed or to become or to be, becomes stronger in the person whose body is beginning to shut down. Today I go see the doctor again as follow-up to the last colonoscopy last week. Tonight I go to see Janet Jackson with Suze. Tomorrow I see Lita. Friday I see family at the viewing. Saturday is the funeral. I don't know if I want to go or if I should go. Monday we leave for New York City for 4 or 5 days. Is this what is considered the fullness of life? As I sit here taking in the morning sun on my face and send positive energy to my digestive tract, the sun's warmth through the living room window eases my mind to meditative heights. That's pretty crazy. The next day, November 30th, 2017. Today makes the first day in over 6 weeks that I have not seen blood in my stool. Last night I started on cortisone along with 3 pills. Things may be clearing up, it seems. You know, I'm human. 12:04:17. This morning has been full already, with Renee leaving the house around 1 to 1:30, and our need to clean up a bit, pack, and leave the house by 3:40 to catch a plane to Boston, and then New York City. Not much sleep. We won't be able to check into the hotel until 3-ish. The day is clear and crisp and will most certainly be very full. Looking forward to a full week. Such revelations are revealed in our conversation with Renee. Family secrets don't stay that way for long. Renee's evolution has been an interesting one, and her path seems to be a good one, and she is discovering it as well as she walks one step at a time. I choose not to reveal the family secrets here in these pages, but rather as that furry goated caterpillar with the orange stripes lumbering through the leaf-strewn pathway, carrying yesteryear's weight to its next transformational spot, there to cocoon itself and all it has learned up to that point, until it discovers the urge to emerge from feeble, fleeting journey, painstakingly slow, into some fragile winged freedom, bound for another short lifespan. I too will carry these weights into some other oblivion. That was my choice. December 5th, 2017. My mind is somewhat mindless today so far. Maybe I'm still trying to wake up. I have a slight headache, rare occurrence, a muddy mind. Next day, 12:06, New York is tough, he said. I imagine when you're small in a big place, making it can be tough. If you're trying to start a new small startup, it is not easy. The sheer volume of people means many will pass you by. The first significant snowflake here on 12/14 and below 30s temp. Winter is here no matter what the calmer days. Quote, there is no such thing as freedom of speech if you don't have the freedom to offend. End quote. Another quote, you can't have freedom of religion without free speech. This is from Ali Rizqui, R-I-Z-U-I, in the interview in The Sun from December of 2017. The Sun is an interesting magazine in case you're ever interested in looking it up. It can get depressing sometimes, but it's true life stuff. True life stuff can be depressing. Christmas Day, 12/25/17. I was thrilled that my Aunt Mary Jane and cousins Danette, Connie, and their friend Melissa and Danette's daughter Layla came to visit last night. That was nice. 27 December. Human beings have enough going on inside to keep them entertained for some time, and then there's nature. So, take that for what it's worth. And that ended the year of 2017. I think I'll stop there. That was about 12 and a half minutes.